One day, a long time ago, Andy decided to move out to the strange western lands of Illinois. For years, the goons were able to sustain the mantles of Goonia, but slowly over time, the fractures in their goondom became great and many. Years pass by, and the goons have descended into anarchy without Andy. Their autism has become too wild, and Robert is not able to contain it all alone. The United States government completely collapses as the rampant goons spread autism everywhere. Robert, desperate to stop the goon-pocalypse, comes up with a brilliant idea. If Andy won't move back to Pennsylvania, he will just make a clone of Andy who will help keep the goons in line. Robert spends days, weeks, months, yes, even years, smoking a lot of weed, and maybe a few hours working on making a clone of Andy. Robert makes one critical mistake, however, and accidentally mixes in chemical X-Gon Give It To Ya. This causes variant clones of all the goons to spew out into the world. Clones of Lucas, Robert, Josh, Cameron, Leo, Matt, Cheyenne, even Brandon, but no clones of Andy. Robert decides to dub these faux clones of the goons as Gooniman. He searches far and wide to try and research and catalog all of the Gooniman. For example, there is Lukinston, a cross between Lucas and Winston from Overwatch. He just keeps eating a bunch of peanut butter and never agrees on a game to play with us. One day, a Gooniman, unlike any before, was born. It was an Andrew Goonimon, simply called Andymon. Andymon didn't know anything about itself or the world, but it had all of Andy's intellect and goon-abilities. Andymon stumbled into a cave of dank and forgotten video ideas where Robert lived. Robert, stunned to see a sentient Goonimon, accepts Andymon as his child and raises him to be the savior of all goons. Andymon features out into the world, battling all of the goons one by one, until he finally finds the real Andy. Andy has slipped into a bout of insanity and is acting like Pink Guy from Filthy Frank on YouTube. Andy never forgave the goons for being flaky fucks. Andymon battles with Andy, but never chooses to kill Andy, even though it would be easier. Andymon has a deep personal moral conflict as he wonders if the goons will ever be able to be whole again, and if they really deserve to reunite with Andy. Andymon also wonders if Andy can ever even be saved in the first place. Andy keeps putting on dank tunes and rapping, and Andy's raps are so fire that it hurts Andymon. Andymon tries one last trick and asks Andy if he wants to play his favorite game, Muck. Andy ignores the invite to play Muck and prepares to kill Andymon. Right as Andymon is about to be killed by Andy, a real true Matt shows up. Matt deflects Andy's attack and says the real Andy would never pass up a chance to get dummy powerful in Muck. And Matt uses a super Florida slam on Andy. Then the other goons show up one by one to support Matt and Andymon and help free Andy from his rampant autism. Robert drops a mean shit in his toilet. Leo gets so high that he becomes a god in Rocket League. Lucas breaks out, full Obemium drip sword and armor and all. Cameron donates $1 to charity. Josh gets a part-time job at Dollar General. Brandon takes out another tooth and gives it to Andy. And Dabby is busy watching Mel scream at the kids. The combined gooniness frees Andy from his immense autism. Andy looks at the goons, tears in his eyes, and thanks him for never abandoning him. Robert looks at Andy, hands stretched out to help him up, and says the most powerful words imaginable.
What's good, man? Wanna get on for games around 9-ish?
Goon Squad Game Night, coming soon to Tabletop Simulator.